We have Joe Rogan, Post Malone warning about CBDCs. We've got PayPal, the Bank of England, and Russia all talking about CBDCs. We have talked a lot about PayPal's PYUSD the last couple of days. I call it PUSD because it's scary. But we'll get into that in a sec. This is a video, I won't play it out of respects for the amazing creator Joe Rogan. I have retweeted it at Sean Clark 911, link below in the description, but Joe Rogan and Post Malone are just going deep into CBDCs would be game over. Bitcoin Magazine is saying the mainstream is waking up. This is a really good, it's a minute 43. Please just take the time and watch it. This was a cool little tweet I came across, and it should give you comfort if you are here now. This is a Bitcoin channel, considering the background there, but this is why we should be paying attention. If you don't think these stats will affect the market and overall economy, you are lying to yourself. Strap in. The Kabesi ladder, the US now has one record 17.1 trill in household debt, record 12 trill in mortgages, record 1.6 trillion in auto loans, a record 1.6 trillion in student loans. We're going to get to student loans in a moment. 5, a record 1 trillion in credit card debt. Total mortgage debt is now more than double the 2006 peak. Meanwhile, 36% of Americans have more credit card debt than savings, while student loan payments are set to resume for the first time since 2020. This is all while mortgage rates just hit 7.1% and credit card debt rates hit a record 25%. We are fighting inflation with debt. Pretty scary, hey? And student loan repayments are set to resume for the first time since 2020. A lot of pressure on a lot of people. Now, let's get into the numbers and then we're going to get into the CBDCs. We are at block height 802,424, 6:01 a.m. local time. Supply 19.45 million. We're at 92.63%, the 21 million supply. Next halving, 37,576 blocks to go. We are 82.11% of the way there. Hash rate just keeps going up 1.62% last 24 hours, and we're sitting at 383.8 exahashes a second. It's TikTok next block, ladies and gentlemen. Market cap, we are down a little bit, but not by much. Don't worry about a day like this. This is nothing to blink at and is considered very boring but very common where we are at the market. So you can see we're all down a little bit. I've got a better chart to symbolize this than the banter bubbles today. That's the red in the market. We do see XRP is up a little bit. It's the screen box here. Doge up a little bit, and that's really about it. SHIB, whole lot of crap coins. It looks sort of like XRP, Doge, SHIB, all crap coins in my opinion. Taking the piss a little bit, but I don't know. Why would you hold them long term is my question. So Bitcoin, $29,524. It did get above 30,000 in the last 24 hours to a high 30,126, a low 29,453. Pretty close to the lows in the last 24 hours. Change it to log. Let's just zoom out a little bit more perspective. Sideways, up, down, sideways. We'll see what this candle here does on the daily. We'll continue to watch and see if we keep heading down a little bit. We are going to talk about Bitcoin's price. People are starting to price in $25,000, so we'll get to that in a sec. Ethereum 1853 down 0.2% the last 24 hours. Another nothing burger. High of 1871, low of 1845, close to its lows as well. Red everywhere, apart from the crap coins. Now the Orange Pill app, I've signed up on this. I have got a referral link below. The reason why I bring it up though, so remember that, as I joined myself to join the Orange Pill app. I did interview Brian DeMint, who's the author of Oh my God, Bitcoin evangelism. I've read so many Bitcoin books lately. So I interviewed Brian, who's head of marketing, who also wrote Bitcoin evangelism. Awesome guy. But the thing about the Orange Pill app is you do need to pay for it, but it's like Twitter for Bitcoiners. So check it out. You can use my link or not. I don't really care. For me, I've met some really cool people, and you're going to see some of those guests that are coming on over the next coming weeks and months, just totally stacked up, because it allows Bitcoiners to be in contact with other Bitcoiners, stack friends who stack sats. Anyway, let's get into the stablecoin market, CBDCs, PayPal. We have a lot to cover, so listen, this is the news with the fast facts. Let's go. Stablecoin market to sort almost 3 trillion in the next 5 years, Burstein. They're really commenting now on the crypto scene, aren't they? Crypto and Bitcoin. The stablecoin market is expected to grow to 2.8 trillion next 5 years from the 125 billion now. Broker Burstein said in a report Wednesday, we expect major global financial and consumer platforms to issue co-branded stablecoins to power value exchange on their platforms. Important point there, issue co-branded stablecoins. Now, the growth will be led by regulated onshore stablecoins. Onshore and regulated, they can be switched off. They're very similar to a CBDC, just under another name. But it is what it is. It does bring adoption, money. If people can use stablecoins to buy Bitcoin, I'm happy with that, yeah? Anyway, stablecoin regulation enjoys more political support than crypto reg, with multiple jurisdictions including Singapore, Hong Kong, and Japan all launching pilot projects for stablecoins and central bank digital currencies. They are starting to throw them into the same basket, and we're starting to see that, really, aren't we? People push back on CBDCs. PayPal, we've got a stablecoin. Yay, so exciting. It is a little bit exciting, truly, because it just opens up adoptions. But PayPal's real stablecoin strategy, it wants to earn interest on your deposits. They're there to make money at the end of the day. PayPal started off with the PayPal mafia. They wanted to change the world, decentralized money, realized it was easier just to make money. They're going to get on with the government, and they weren't going to change the world. So they just went down the path of making money. They've turned into a behemoth, and they're there to make more money. So if they can do that through a stablecoin, of course they're going to. PayPal, they want to collect the interest on your dollars. See, PUSD, PYUSD, like other reputable dollar stablecoins, will be backed by a collection of dollar bank deposits and highly liquid dollar equivalents held in a trust managed by Paxos. Short-dated US treasuries, which are likely to make up the bulk of PUSD's backing, are now offering a whopping 5% yield. PayPal gets to keep that yield. Pretty important point, PayPal doesn't pay out interest there. So all the money you deposit, they're getting the yield on that. Pretty good business model for them. For you, you're not getting any interest at the bank anyway, so if you use it, not financial advice, but if you do use that, go in there, use the stablecoin and buy Bitcoin, stack, chill. But I don't know with PayPal if you can remove your Bitcoin off there. If you can't, then it's pointless. Not your keys, not your coins. Ladies and gentlemen, we are learning. So the Bank of England moves to a CBDC design phase. How exciting, not scary in the slightest. And they're not. CBDCs really aren't scary. Within crypto, within Bitcoin, we all jump up and down and we're like, the government spies, they can switch them off. They can do all that. And I believe they will do all that. It's not going to happen straight away though. So we've still got a little bit of time to be able to opt out and buy Bitcoin, yeah? Anyway, Bank of England set up a digital pound advisory group, which it is currently recruiting for. So if you're after a job as the country enters the design phase for its central bank digital currency, the bank, along with the Treasury, wants academics and researchers to express their interest in joining the group. Through this group, we seek to generate expert academic input and promote interdisciplinary discussion on a range of topics related to retail CBDCs. The Fed in the States says we have no interest in a retail CBDC, but the Bank of England does. It's one world. There's one government. It's the IMF, the World Economic Forum. They who run it. So if the Bank of England's doing it, PayPal's doing it, now we go over to Russia. They're doing it. The US is going to do it, and they're going to be retail. So Russia to begin CBDC trials with 13 banks. The Bank of Russia has revealed that it will begin testing operations for Russia's CBDC project with digital rubles. The test will begin August 15. This step, it facilitates the examination of the digital ruble platform's functionality within an industrial context, the refinement of essential procedures in collaboration with clients, potential process adjustments, and the assurance of a user-friendly and comprehensible client experience. So, according to the Deputy Governor, it is expected that starting from 2025, citizens and businesses will be able to actively use the national digital currency at their own request. Honestly, I don't see too many people on their own bat, on their own request, asking to use the CBDC. But if it's faster, cheaper, or they're incentivized, or they get free CBDCs, they will jump into it. We have seen that very, very recently in the last week with WorldCoin. If you get something for nothing, ladies and gentlemen, please remember you're the product, yeah? Unfortunately, that's the way it is. Now, Coinbase has officially launched the Base blockchain. Is it based? I don't know. And a milestone for a public company, very centralized. Do we need blockchains? Like, the only real use case for blockchain technology where it really matters is Bitcoin. The rest of it, most of it, is a centralized entity. It's probably better to run most things, maybe a couple of things in DeFi, but we'll see. The way they're going about it, very different to a standard blockchain. The largest US crypto exchange says its blockchain is the first to be launched by a publicly traded company and gives it a new revenue opportunity. Coinbase said its new Base blockchain has gone live, heralding the start of a new era of public companies running their own distributed network. Could ultimately allow the company to garner fees from running its own blockchain, in addition to a potentially even more lucrative stream of revenue from applications built atop it. So they are talking about 100 dApps were already deployed or ready to go on the new network as well. So dApps are decentralized applications, same as the app in your store. Games, just a whole load of time-wasting devices put onto the blockchain. But there will be some unique opportunities there, and we'll see. Obviously, it's not sure what mechanism behind it, but it's going to be some type of proof of stake, or it's going to be a very centralized blockchain anywhere. It's not decentralized in the slightest. Historically, the aperture of what people can do with crypto has been relatively limited, mostly speculation. Rich coming from Coinbase, where they make their money from your speculation. So in order for Coinbase and crypto and this work that we're doing to have the impact that we all want, we need to move from the place where this is speculation to a place where this is integrated into every part of someone's day-to-day existence. Bitcoin, good to see you in the chat, brother. Salam again, my beloved Bitcoiners. Stack sats and stay humble. Loving your show, as always, my brother. Good to see you, my man. They are talking about a 15% dip with Bitcoin in September. They say by October. September is a pretty bad month. Usually we are going to get into a chart that shows that in a moment. Can I just say, when in doubt, zoom out or have a long-term focus. The next couple of years are going to be crazy. 6, 12, 18 months, 24 months even are going to be absolutely wild, and potentially your life can change very quickly. It happens over and over and over again within crypto. History doesn't always repeat, but it often rhymes. So you've got this opportunity. But when you're making these decisions and you have the opportunity to make generational wealth, be very careful and have a long-term focus. So for people that are watching and have come from crypto or are interested in crypto, and I'm distinguishing that from Bitcoin, do whatever you want, but don't go all in on crypto because it is so risky. And if you're going to get a huge return, 100x. You only need a 1% in there to be able to get 100% of your portfolio back if it is to do 100x. And then where you put that fiat money, those gains, you need to take profit. You need to put them somewhere. Bitcoin is the world's best asset. It's going to be volatile next year. So again, not financial advice, but just think about if you had to hold until 2032, that's where my thinking is. 2032, it happens beforehand, great, and slow and steady. I think that's a better way to approach it. Anyway, I say that because we may see a bit more of a dip. We have really failed to break above 30,000 for quite a while now, nearly sunrise. So we may get a dip down to $25,000 next month, they're saying. It's according to one person on Twitter. A lot of people are saying it, but the reason why it's possible is because there's $30,000 and we just keep coming up to it and we just can't break above, and we get above and then we fall straight back through. Again, we can see that on the chart from this morning. If I bring it up, 24 hours, 30,100, we broke through, like came up and just smashed through it, couldn't hold it, straight back down. Tried to go again, just tapped on there, $30,002, came back down, pumped through it, couldn't hold, and we've come back down again. Yeah, so it's gapping down. We'll see what happens, but it's very potential that we do come down to 25,000. If that happens, it's a good opportunity because you can get more satoshis for every dollar that you put in. That's the best way that I see it at the moment. Okay, so potentially we go to 25,000 September. I'll show you the chart in a second. It is due to breakout attempts above 30,000, not happening. Peterson now believes the typical August and September performance may yield a return to the 25K mark. Bitcoin price downside over the next 6 weeks or so could top 15%. There's a 50% chance that Bitcoin will drop below 25K before the end of September. Now, here's the chart. Forget about these bottom 3 boxes on the bottom because they're talking about all years. Well, we can have a look. All years combined, negative, call that 6%, 5.9%. 2010 to 2015, negative 6.9%. 2016 to 23, negative 5.9%. So over Bitcoin's history, on average, it's lost negative 5.9%. 2016, we see we are up. And then from 2017, we're down 8.6%. 2018 down 6%, 2019 down 13.8%, 2020 down 7.76%, 21 and down a negative 7.28%, and 2022 down only a small 2.94%. It is what it is. Like if you have a look at some of the other months, up 42%, 2020, November, up 42%. But then we can see November 2018, 13, negative 37%. There's about 13 days, ladies and gentlemen, where all the gains are made every year. So that's why time in the markets is better than timing the markets. Could September be bad? Potentially, but I did go through this chart and I didn't see where there's 7 consecutive bad months, and we've got 3 here. Numbers tend to work in 7s. We've got 7 days in the week. We'll see. We will see. If you get 7 green candles, you're bound to get a red one. 7 red ones, you're bound to get a green one. So we'll continue to watch this and see, maybe we get another red September and we do come down to that 25K, act accordingly. It's potentially a great opportunity because then we see after that October looks like a pretty good month. Recent years up 5.43%, up 2021 40.32%. Year before 2020 28% up. 2017 48.3% up. Like October, November, December look pretty good, especially 2017. 48.3, 55.5, 39.3. History doesn't always repeat, but it often rhymes. It's pretty exciting stuff, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I've got some amazing interviews coming up. If you haven't already, check out the Brian Demint video. Absolutely incredible. Rob from Riot, Luke Mikic talking about $64 million Bitcoin by 2029. Those videos are up under the podcast or the video section. Check those out. We'll see you on the next video, which will be an epic podcast. There's 3 coming up. Anyway, have a beautiful day. Be blessed. Peace.